Now welcome back to Python of the Snake. For this episode, we will talk about list data type. And list data type, to define first, we will just quickly give example of wetin list data type be. List data type, e dey dey inside this square bracket, and we fit get maybe we fit list name of animals inside. For example, say we put cat, we put dog, and we put maybe goat inside this data. Goat. Now wey we don't know wetin list be, all these whole things wey we list for here go fit serve as one value or one, and we fit put am inside variable. So for example, make we just quickly write how we fit take know wetin list fit do. For example, this na value wey get many value inside. So all this list wey we put inside this double bracket now, e just be like one value, but inside that value e get many other values inside, like cat, dog, and goat. That one na the first thing we need to know about list. So another thing be say we fit store am inside variable. Just like we dey store other values. For example, we fit talk say we fit name this variable, say okay, na animal be this, and animal na im be the variable name. And inside this animal, we don store one list inside, and inside the list we get cat, dog, goat. For example, we just be like say we write things inside sheet of paper, then we put that sheet of paper, we put am inside this variable. So anytime we call this animal, we go call that sheet of paper come, but on top that sheet of paper, of course, we will get our list on top am. Another thing we need to do be say, of course, we don know say e must start with those two brackets. List must start with and end with brackets, with square brackets. So with square brackets, so we will just put the square for there. Another thing we need to know about this list data type be say we fit also talk say value wey dey inside am na item we dey call am. Value wey dey inside list na item. So for inside this list wey we get for here, for line 1, we get 3 items: cat, dog, and goat inside am. So another thing be say items inside our list need to separate themselves with comma. We need to separate items with comma. So we take dey know say na so e be for list. Items dey separate with comma. So na that we need to know about list be that. So another thing be say for inside this list, we fit also put different data types inside. We fit put different data type for inside list. I will just do the example now. Okay, the example now say, for example, we'll just copy this one, we'll change we'll just talk say we'll name our variable maybe data types or different data. For example, this na string, we fit still put normal number like 5. We fit put float like maybe 3.5 or 5.6. if you still enter inside list, if you still put boolean value like maybe true, say another kind of data type that we still put maybe none. one are still another thing we don't know about. So if you put different data types like this, and if it still collect them. So another thing we say, if we want call each item within inside this list, so we go need to do what they call index. And index, for example, now we can separate all these command if you see them well as the thing they be. For example, now for this first line, animal with the cat waiting for this first cat, so it dey for index 0, while dog dey for 1, and goat dey for index 2. So if we want call cat now, you go need to call we call am for index 0. So you can see we have index, dey start with 0, and na the position of item. So index na the position of the item wey dey inside the list. So for example now, make we see how we take call some of these items. For example, if we say make we call maybe different data, say make we call maybe we say make we call 0, for example, we dey refer to cat. If we say make we call maybe 1, so we dey refer to, so if we call 1, we dey refer to 5, because 5 na im be the second one for here. This python dey count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we put 1 for here, it go refer to this 5 wey dey inside this div data. Like that. Because if you put 2, it go refer to that one. So we fit just see if most if we fit call am, maybe we'll see how you go fit affect this our. We'll say more print am first. We'll see if we will print am. Print. We'll see if we will fit print am. So if we say more print this one now. So you bring out 5.6 because na im dey for number 2 index. Don't forget say index start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for example now, if we put number 3 and we print am and we run am, give us true. If you put number 4 and we run am, give us none. Of course, if we put number 5, na error it go bring because we no get 5 inside. So it will throw error give us. Another thing we say, as we fit take call am from 0, we still also fit call am from -1. So wetin -1 go be say it will give us the first one from back. So we just print am. Na none im give us. So if we want read am from back, maybe you get plenty index, you put -1, it means say na the last one they talk about. Of course, you put -2 like that, it will give you the next one, and it will continue like that till the numbers go reach, maybe me I see if you reach -4, plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, -1, -2, 4 na 5, while -5 could be cat. So now, so we fit take use index for inside our values, wey be say we fit take call out the values wey dey on top our list. So na so we fit take use am. So another thing be say we fit put another list inside another list. For example now, we fit put these two lists together. Make I just quickly give example. Say we fit put these two lists together. So if you, for example now, you start list, say I start this list and I look and say, okay, I want to put two lists. So if you put many lists or inside one list. So now one list be that, then the second one be this one. So these two lists now, they dey inside one list. So for example now, maybe we wan come give this list name, say maybe two list or something. We'll just find one name, give am say maybe we call am two lists. And if we wan call wetin dey inside this first one and this second one, for example, if you say maybe two lists, call 0, because of course list sef na 0 and 1 be the index of these two lists wey dey inside this two lists. So these two lists, so this first one will be different things, and this one will be animal. Na two lists be that, and it dey inside one list. So if we wan call the first list, this one now, if you call this one now, it go refer to from here go reach here, from this cat 5.6 true and none. That would they refer to. You understand? So if we say we call these two lists now, we'll see. So two lists, you will be supposed to call mostly if you print this two list. We'll see what thing will happen. So we'll just quickly see. So these are our two lists now. We call this first list. Now you give us answer. So if we want to call the second list, of course you go one, make it call the second list for us. So of course if we still get another one for here, maybe another list entirely, make it be more than two. It means say if you call we'll just change this one small to go come stay. So if we call 0 1 2, so if we call 2, you give us that last one, go come and stay. So and that's what we do with this list. We say we fit still add two lists together, or no, still times list. Okay, make I just quickly show you that one. For example, we get this one, if we say if you plus them together, with this second one, we'll just quickly see if you can. So if we plus the two together, and then maybe say more print them. So the list now, you don't add everything together. So if you add these two, if you even add 3 together, we'll just quickly see what will happen again. So everything go add together for here. So another thing we say, we feel also, this one I say we dey marry two list together to form one. And that's we say we even times the list, say okay, give us this list 4 times, give us this list 3 times, all those kind of things. Say now I still put this times, for example, times 3, and say make we print this. So everything I would say we go times am by 3 times. So cat dog goat, cat dog goat, cat dog goat. Everything give us with that. So we'll just end up for today. We will continue on top this list because we still get some other things we need to learn for our next class. Thanks for watching. I would expect you for the next class. Ask your questions too.